Hello, my name is Torben Weschenbach. I'm from Germany and I'm editing a little video about my Apple history and a bit of my Apple breeding too. So I got inspired by different organizations and by different YouTubers to plant apples and breed apples. So there's an YouTuber called Skillcult or Stephen at Home in the Western USA, and his story of apple breeding and his Bite Me apple and so on, like reinforced my thinkings about that it makes no sense that planted apple seed from a good variety wouldn't grow into like a good apple too, or at least have the chance to do so. So I searched for people who have like examples and already did the things I planned to do and had my thoughts about. And so I found Skillcult and I really liked his videos and still am. It's very exciting to follow how the varieties and trees and like the level of goodness, also the quality of the apples like improve. And yeah, that's really exciting. Also, I found Keeper's Nursery or Karim Habibi, which videos I like very much. I think he has a nice style of doing his videos. Also Skillcult, I think they're both like really sympathetic people. I think the most apple breeders are, if they do it like the way they do, with so much passion and yes, so much like heart, pour the heart into it and like do it for the thrill and not for like the money or I don't know. Yeah, so I talk about my history and so on, about a lot of things in the videos I made, and also sorry for my bad English. Sometimes I didn't find the words to describe some things, and it was sometimes very, or it was surprisingly exhausting to think about, to think so much about the things to say. Yeah, but I hope I showed a really important thing, and yeah, and sorry too for my camera work. I sometimes had it right in my face, and yeah, but it will find the right people, I hope. Hello to everyone watching this video. I'm an inspired viewer of Stephen at Home from the YouTube channel Skillcult, and Karim Habibi from Keeper's Nursery. So I decided I have to do a video by myself to maybe show and talk about my own ideas and the ideas I adapted for myself in my situation. I'm in Western Germany, in North Rhine-Westphalia, in the Bergisches Land. It's like a region with like a lot of hills, and so we have like a small mountain ridge in which the clouds form, and the air gets comprimated and clouds form, and we have like a lot of rain here, like 1200 millimeters. It's like 1200 liters per square meter per year. So it's like more than average in Germany, and we because of that we also have like more clouds than usual, so it's not like the ideal apple growing weather. We are like more in a temperate climate, so the weather comes from the sea, and we are like relatively close to the sea, so it doesn't freeze so much in the winter, and but it also doesn't get too hot in the summers. So we have a bit problems with sunburn too in the later summers, but not maybe as much as in more eastern regions. Yeah, that's to the climate. How do I started with apples? So I always thought that trees are really cool, and planted a lot of the things that grew in like our flower gardens, and I always tried to save the trees and plant them anywhere. And apples were interesting for me too, because we found on the neighboring garden an apple seedling, or maybe it was a grafted variety. So maybe I need to explain that a bit. We got this apple tree from a neighbor and planted it in the chicken run. I had like an uncle which could graft apple trees, and he tried to graft the apple tree, and it didn't really work out, but it was a start for me to think about things like that, and to after that I tried grafting too. So that was like a bit of the start. And I always thought it's totally cool that you can like graft different varieties on a tree, and maybe that was like a little bit of a spark. I then did an internship in a tree nursery, or it was more like a Galabau. It's like they're building gardens, and they also plant trees and like bushes, but this particular nursery wasn't like really producing a lot of trees. But they have had some apple trees there, and as a gift from the internship, I got an apple tree in 2013, and this was a Boskop, a red Boskop. It's like a very, very common variety here. It was one I knew back then. I wouldn't plant it today because it's like very early blooming, and it's not so good, I think. Or there are more interesting, more better varieties, I think. So here we sometimes have a bit of problems with early blooming, because there's like often bad weather. So it's too cold or too rainy for like the flower to be fertilized, and also the insects doesn't fly so much in this rainy, cold weather. So it's not so good that order to have this early flowering varieties in years like 2025, like this year. We had like a lot of warm weather, and it was like a perfect flowering year, so all varieties had fruit. But in other years, then there's like the good varieties show themselves when there's like bad blooming weather. But I did this internship and got the tree. It stands right next to me. Maybe I can show it. It's sadly it got like collar rot and didn't grow so much. I saved the tree with like nursing grafts who took pretty good, but yeah, the damage was done, and it also got sunburn on the year after. It was like 2018 was a very hot year, and so the tree was weakened and the damage was even greater. But as you can see, there's like a bit of maybe you can't see, there's like a bit of healing here, and yeah, the tree grew in the last years quite a bit, so I grafted a lot of varieties on there, and the most of them I could save with like this nursery graft, but it wasn't really worth it. So in the start I hadn't so much trees, so it was very important to me, but now I would rather just plant a new tree. It would probably now fruit too, and yeah, would make more sense. Maybe I go to the next trees, because I planted more trees in 2015. See you there. Maybe before I forgot, I also breed chickens, so I have like kind of my own chicken breed. These are like the young chicken from this year. I have one rooster left and 6 hens, so it's like a green egg laying variety, yeah, with some game and like dual purpose chickens in it. So initially I bred more chicken, and yeah, the apple trees came relatively new after that. I also have like my fellow kitties with me. I didn't bred them, but they are great support, always by my side. Sometimes a bit annoying when I have to graft something on the table outside, but otherwise really good boys. So yeah, I first like bred the chickens for a lot of years, and then after that came to like apple breeding. But yeah, I planted 4 trees in 2015, which are now pretty big and fruiting. It's like, that's one of the trees. I hope you can see it. It's like in Germany we say half trunk, I don't know, Halbstamm. It's like the first branches are on like 1 meter and 20. Sorry for anyone who's watching with another like system to measure things. Yeah, and then there are like 4 different side leaders and 1 central leader, and these side branches have like more branches which go outside, and yeah, it's like an Eschberg-Krone. In Germany we call it Eschberg-Krone. There's even like a school for like cutting the trees in the right way, which I also make a course in. It's very sophisticated and very like professional. So you build the trees for like the first 15 years roundabout, and then they like produce a lot of fruit. on normally very strong growing variety rootstocks. So we have like we also have like M9 and M27, 26, sorry, and MM106 and MM111, also M7. I think it's pretty international. We also have like B9, which Stephen Edholm uses, I think, a lot. Yeah, but for like we have a lot of trees like in grassland. It's called Streuobst. So for that you need like really strong growing trees, which are from special seed varieties. So we have like the Bittenfelder. It's like a variety from southwestern Germany. It is a cross from Kasseler Renette, which is like the mother from Boskop 2, and Luiken. Luiken trees are like historically known for rootstocks, but like the Bittenfelder is like the standard seed variety. It grows really big trees, like 8 meters high, and depending on variety. And yeah, the trunks are like 180 to 2 meters, because under that you have to like mow the grass with a tractor, or need enough light and room for like the grass to grow. So it's like we normally don't have bushes, also bush trees or small trees in the grassland. And it's also the strong roots are good competitive against like rodents and so on. So yeah, that's like the standard system in the landscape. The trees are also very like good looking, beautiful trees forming the landscape. And yeah, we also have like gardening trees, which are like on the less vigorous rootstocks. So I also planted a tree on M26. It was like a Kaiser Wilhelm. It's not the best variety maybe, but the 2 was a variety I knew in this time. And yeah, it's not the nicest looking tree, but that's like Spindel, which is like the standard system in conventional or even ecological like fruit growers. So they plant on M9, I think like 1 meter apart, and they cut the trees like I don't know, columnar tree maybe a bit. It's called like a spindle. So you have like maybe I can show it. You have like the main trunk, and then you have like some other branches who bear the fruit, and they get bigger and bigger. And when they are too big, you like cut them back, and then they make new fruit trees. And yeah, that's like 2 meters or 3 meters tall, and so you have always new fruit wood, always like enough light and space in the tree. And yeah, the trees are like pretty small, easy to harvest, easy to reach, and also it's like a fast system, so you can change the variety pretty fast, all like 15 years or so. It depends, maybe even faster, maybe slower. In the conventional fruit treeing, farmers, there's a lot of like mutants and new varieties who get bred, and they change the varieties more often. And in the big tree versions, there's like a lot of historic varieties which ideally don't get called like in 15 years. Yeah, maybe I can show. I have also one tree which is like an Hochstamm, which you can normally see like in the landscapes. Here the trunk goes to 180 again, or ideally a bit more. I have like a bit less, or it's like, yeah, it's 180 I think. Maybe I go on the other side. So yeah, you can see it's like really high trunk, and then there are again like some side leaders, like 4 or 5. I have 5 on this tree, and one central leader, and the central gets like cut like spindle too, so like with a lot of fruit side wood where you can step on, and it always gets like cut back. And the side branch, so it's like a side branch. You have some like in side branches on the side branch which like form the volume of the tree, and they are on the side branches of the side branch, so you have the fruit wood. So yeah, that's like the cutting system. This tree has like too many like branches down here, so they need to go, because when you want to like walk under them, under the tree, you always get your head bumped. And I want a tree where you can go under, and also the branches, they get bigger, and to all like directions, so they will grow like, when they have a diameter of like 40 or 50 centimeters, they grow so 20 centimeters down. And so yeah, it's like you need to watch or you need to think about that when you have a young tree, because the tree gets bigger. That's simple as that. Yeah, this were my my first apple trees, and it's like a big tree now, which has a lot of fruit. And there's also like Franken tree, or Stephen at home calls. There are like 30 varieties on this tree, and maybe 40, and also on this tree too. That's like my main fruit cropping trees. I also have like a columnar tree, which I think looks pretty nice. Maybe I can show. This is also 10 years old now, like the other trees, planted in 2015. It probably is on the variety MM 106, I think. There's like some how do you say it, like air roots, typically for like the vegetative grown rootstocks. It's like burnout in English, I think. but I mean, it's very practically if you want to propagate the varieties like with cloning them. But in this wet climate here, it's very fast to like make roots in the air, and so it's called bark. The bark can't form properly if there's like air roots or burnout. Yeah, so fungi can get inside of there, and it doesn't really heal up nicely, and it's not so good. And on seedling rootstocks, you almost never have this problem. I talked a bit too long about chance seedlings and so on, so I'm trying to compensate it maybe a bit. So after that, I talked a bit about why I came to apple reading. Or my thoughts about it. There are like a lot of good reasons why we need new apple varieties. For like diversity, because of climate change, and like the modern plantations with the crab apples as pollinators, they don't bear like the possibilities for new chance seedlings. So, I mean, historically there were like a lot of opportunities with like a lot of robust varieties growing in the gardens, people making their own apple juice and so on. So like the seeds went everywhere, and yeah, it was a different culture. So I think we now need to compensate for that. And because of like the high level the modern varieties are on, so it's like the modern breeding programs, they breed a lot of good varieties for what they intend to do, but I think they don't really serve like, because it's like not the goal to serve like home gardeners, and especially like grassland varieties with a strong, long-living, robust trees. And the requirements for the fruits are very like narrow, and they need to store very good. They need to like look very good, like how it looks and how it tastes. There's not much room, and even the color. So there are like not so much yellow apples or no russets, which are bred in the new breeding programs, or in the breeding programs generally. So we need hobby breeding, I think. And yeah, that's why I started sowing my own seeds. Yes, and that's, I think, the next point.